Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cryptopolitan, your total source for all blockchain and cryptocurrency news. I'm your host, Satoshi Shawn. Before we get started, I want to say thanks a lot for everyone that's subscribed. We've only been around for a few days and we're up to 37 subscribers. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who subscribed and has been watching the videos and hitting the like button. If it's your first time here, please take a second and hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. We give you at least daily news videos. Might be giving out or putting out more than one a day if there's a breaking story. Let's get right into it. Today on April 26th, head over to the Cryptopolitan. Some of the stories. One in the it looks like the bears are ruling on EOS. It just seems like EOS had its heyday. It's having some trouble right now. The market is running in a bearish trend right now with EOS. Despite optimistic calls for all major currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and side currencies like Bitcoin, Satoshi Vision, and EOS are suffering a bearish trend so far. Everyone knows why Bitcoin SV is. That's not a news story at all. But EOS, it seems to be on the medium term, at least, on a bearish trend. The sells are looking at like $9, $10, $11, whereas the buys are 2 and 1 in some areas, so it is dropping down. So the short-term trend for EOS is very bearish, and it looks like from what the experts are saying, about 460 is a good place to get in. I have got into EOS in the beginning, and I got out when it went up, and I haven't really messed with it since. But I'm gonna check this out, and we're gonna watch the story a little bit closer. Next, good old Charlie Lee is in the news. He's very happy with Litecoin. I am too. Litecoin seems to. I think it's one of the best projects out there. It seems to complement Bitcoin more than really going against it. Just my opinion, though. The creator of Litecoin, Charlie Lee, asserted that Litecoin will show some remarkable success in the future. On the trading chart, he should know he also sold all of his Litecoin right at the top, and then probably bought in right down there at the bottom. He even called the bottom. He said that if you're not happy with the $20 Litecoin, don't buy a Litecoin. And that was back when it was, 100 some bucks. So he knew what he was doing. The chart also, he said that it has some plans in his mind regarding the usage of Litecoin in payments. Litecoin is really pushing itself as more of just a payment method, and nothing really else. Not trying to change the world or anything like that. Just fast and easy payments. His views are expressed when he was interviewed in a Forbes article. The article further elaborated that the achievement of Litecoin is to reach the maximum number of sales outlets. And this project is not limited to Litecoin, but also for Bitcoin. The only hurdle right now is that acceptance by the general public because of the volatility, which he did make an interesting point about the volatility and the problems that it's given the market and giving with mass adoption and acceptance. He expressed that crypto will be comparable to MasterCard. Therefore, one day, people use it for everyday work. Litecoin will offer low transaction fees, and is attractive for the consumers or for the customers. And then he talked about the volatility, and that's why it's really hard to get people to accept cryptocurrencies as payments, because the amount of money that they took in can change dramatically over the day. But Lee showed reservations regarding the use of stablecoins, which I really think stablecoins are going to be an integral part of the future of the space and are very needed just for that situation alone, which is a new type of coin. He said that they will never be a substitute for Litecoin or Bitcoin because they're open to fraud and there is no mechanism of decentralization, which is a very powerful statement and is very true. There are some new projects out there like MenaPay, or some other projects that have like a dual coin system. They have a stable coin, which you can use for merchants, and then they have another token. So, I mean, that is probably going to be the way to go, but I think stablecoins are really, really needed just for this one I mean, I know that Charlie's pushing Litecoin because he wants it to be the the payment source, but most merchants are going to want something that's a little bit more stable. Next, go over the Unbanked. The 1.7 billion Unbanked will be able to invest in property and security tokens soon. Max Property Group, or MPG, is a group of real estate professionals working to make property investing safer and cheaper and easier. They close ranks with Asset Stream. They're a microfinance platform serving customers in the developing world. Now, together, they're using technologies like blockchain and cryptocurrency to even the playing field for investors across the globe. Up to the turn of the century, financial institutions did not see the value in serving those in the bottom economic pyramid, but then the tide changed, giving customers in developing worlds first-class service is now a badge of honor by many financial institutions to wear with pride as they help the unbanked. Basically, that's why they're the unbanked, because the banks didn't care about them. And now things are changing because they have a lot easier access. A banking chain doesn't need to go build a bank, in a small village where there's only like 500 people. If people have cell phones, they have a bank. So it is a lot easier for them to utilize that. But until recently, developing world citizens could only invest in small local projects. And thanks to distributed ledger technology or blockchain, they can now offer products such as property investment funds anywhere in the world, says the MPG's managing director. There's a few other projects like this, like Fieldcoin. They're kind of doing the same thing. It is really a way to open up property purchasing and property rights all over the world by putting it on a blockchain. One of the best use cases for blockchain. AssetStream is a microfinance platform that leverages blockchain technology to remove the middleman from traditional small loans and allows users in developing worlds to fund projects to borrow from each other to mutual benefit. So that person in the small village, they could actually get a small micro loan, which would be able for them to grow their small business where they're employing one person to employing three, and then tripling the size of their business, because they don't have to. But they didn't have access to that before because they were in a small village with only, a few hundred people. But now, times are changing. Very cool. Initially, blockchain is bringing together the largest bank and oil company in the sector in Thailand. There's a couple things that are kind of interesting about this, not just for what's said, but what's not said in this. The chief of Siam Commercial Bank, or the SCB, of Thailand and the national oil company recently executed a fruitful trial of employing blockchain technology in their transactional business disbursements. Now, the bank has recently publicized about this a lot. As per their declaration, the venture has been continuing since the middle of 2018, and it intends the optimization of operative at a blah blah. It's basically they're using blockchain to make cross-border payments. The media report also identified that the orthodox procedures, or the legacy banking system, in a prolonged gap of 1 to 2 days for a payment to be accomplished. The senior executive vice president, or the topmost banking officer, Hwasin Sahisan, has held that to set a novel model for the banking industry. Also stated that the norm will soon be employed in all Southeast Asian states. So they're talking about everyone and all these other banks moving towards this system. But what's interesting, the executive finance account also group illustrated the firm would continue its partnership with the SBC Bank. However, it noted that the statement did not mention Ripple or XRP. And that is, I believe, the way that they're doing all this. Everything here is based on Ripple and XRP. Well, Ripple, I don't know about XRP. Now, the company is allegedly part of the Ripple Net Payment Network. And additionally, Ripple has actually held them up as one of the forerunners in their banking industry and what they're doing in Asia. So it's very odd that they're talking about what they've done, but not talking about what they used to do it. It's probably just that old blockchain, not crypto battle cry that most corporations and legacy systems use, but we'll definitely follow that story and keep you up on it. That's about it for today. You guys take care. Once again, I'm Satoshi Sean. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video.